Hello and welcome to the course on Environmental Ethics for Business Sustainability, or EEBS for short. This is the homepage of the website, and I would like to take you through some of the important aspects of the course site, which will help you in navigating the course later, and also highlight some of the important aspects of the course that you will be doing in the next 4 weeks. There are different ways that you may access the content which is on this website. As the homepage itself shows, there are 6 topics which are covered in this course. Apart from that, you can access a sitemap as well as an introductory video, another video, and a pre-course survey from the homepage itself. So one way of navigating through the course is directly through the homepage because all these are clickable. If you click on this, for example, you will reach the content for the second topic, which is on stakeholder engagement and public participation in environmental management. There are different options of navigating through the website. One of them is by clicking on this and reaching the sitemap. The sitemap gives the overall structure of the course, and you may click on any of these boxes to directly reach the content which is given in that box. The format of the course has been kept uniform. As you can see, in all the 6 topics, the sequence in which the content has been given is as follows. First, you're given the objectives and the checklist. Then there is the introduction, which can have some text as well as some video. After that, we have the audiovisual content, which is basically interesting videos which have been curated on the topic from YouTube, etc. Next comes reading materials, which also includes the case study assigned for that topic. And finally comes the follow-up discussion. The same pattern has been followed in all the 6 topics. Each topic corresponds to one classroom discussion too. That is, in each topic, you will have to go through the content and then come for the till here. That is, you have to go through the objectives and checklist, the introduction, the audiovisual content, reading materials and case study, and then you come to the classroom session. After the classroom session, you have a follow-up session which is online. To give an example, let's try this particular topic. And this is on environmental responsibility of business and transnational corporations. So you may click on objectives and checklist first. I am just opening all the tabs together so that we can take a look at all of them. So the first one was objectives and checklist. So this is how it is given. It will give you the learning objectives which are specific to this topic, and as well as what all you're expected to do. So you're expected to read through what you're expected to read through, the audiovisual resources that you have to see. You have to actively participate in the classroom discussions, and then you have to also go for the follow-up discussion. The introduction talks about what can be the social and environmental responsibility of businesses. There are some graphics here as well as some text. Next, we can go to the audiovisual content. We can also reach there by clicking on the next page after the introduction. That will take us to the audiovisual content. Now we can see that there are actually 2 videos which you have to watch. They are very short videos. One is on corporate social responsibility. The other one is what are environmental ethics and our moral responsibilities. The third one is optional, and it is about the Bhopal gas tragedy, which is in fact the case study for this particular topic. Now when you come to the reading materials, this is how it is given. These are the readings, and this is the case study on which we have to prepare. And then after the classroom session, this is the follow-up discussion, and this is how you will be, this is the prompt which has been given to you for this topic, and you have to post your own response to this prompt. We will know more about it as I go back to the home page, and I want to show you a few other things. One thing that you have to do at the beginning of the course is access the pre-course survey. Now this is a very brief survey which has been created just to collect some details about you, your name, email ID, etc., as well as your comfort with the use of English as a medium of understanding and learning. And if you're comfortable with written as well as spoken English, there are a few questions about why you have registered for the course and what you hope to learn from it. You have to submit the pre-course survey before the beginning of the course. Going back to the home page, I just want to show you another way of navigating the course which you may find more to your liking. For that, you have to click on modules, and that will take you to a very systematic, that will give you to a very systematic representation of the entire content. And so if you see here, this is the introductory module which you have to just see for your basic understanding. The pre-course survey is also given here. And there is also a discussion forum right in the beginning where you're expected to introduce yourself. After that, the course begins, the academic content. You have the first topic. Within the first topic, just like we had shown before, it has the objectives and checklist, followed by the introduction, then audiovisual content, reading materials and case study, and then the follow-up discussion. The same pattern follows for all the 6 topics. After that, you have a final survey, which you have to take at the time of course, once the course is completed. There are a few other links here which you may wish to see, but they are optional. So this is one of the ways in which you can access. For example, I would like to show you the content for the first topic. Again, just like we had seen it for the third topic, let's see it for the first topic because there's something in particular that I want to show you. The first topic, we again start with objectives and checklist. This gives us the learning objectives for the first topic and what you're expected to do. Then you have the introduction. Now, in this case, the introduction is not given in text, rather it has been given in the form of a video. Now you have to click on this to access the slides. And I just wanted to tell you that this particular part of the content may take a little while to download for it to be visible. So just be a little patient. Now you can see an error message here. Just don't be worried about this. You just have to click OK on it and the presentation should open soon. Now in this particular presentation, you will have to click on different at this point to access different slides. This gives you the introduction to the first topic and you just have to go through it. Just have a quick read through. I had just put in some background music. I thought that you might enjoy it as you read through the slides. Now looking at the audiovisual content, there seems to be some problem with the first video. So I'll just refresh the page and it should be fine. Okay, I'll just read through it. I will just check what's wrong with this. Otherwise, all of these videos should be visible like this. For example, this is the second video which talks about climate change, is about power. And the third video of the first topic is about the Paris Agreement, in which the world has united to fight climate change. So this is the audiovisual content for the first topic. Similarly, we can see the reading materials and the case study. Now in here you can see that there are 2 case studies which have been given. One is about the impact of climate change on children. It is a UN report basically that we will analyze. And then there is another case study which is about the initiative taken by private corporations towards sustainability. And in this case, we take up the case study of the company Nestle. After we've been through the audiovisual content and the reading materials comes the classroom session where we will be discussing these case studies. And like I mentioned earlier, after the classroom session, you will again have to come back to a follow-up discussion. And here you have to put in your own opinions and post according to the instructions which would be given to you and according to the prompt which has been given. So these are the two different ways that you can access the content, either through the modules like I mentioned or through the sitemap which I had given earlier. Now within the, let me go back to the modules page again. I wanted to show you one more thing. Here there is an important presentation on course objectives and student assessment. This will give you a clear idea about what are the overall course objectives and how you will be assessed in this course. It also describes the method of instruction that will be followed here. Now you can also access this presentation from here. Again, it talks about videos and assessment. It basically will take you to the same place. Now here again, this is a presentation which has been embedded here, and sometimes you have to click on it, and sometimes it may take a little while to open. Again, you have to just say OK to the message which comes. And here is the presentation. It is loading.
EEBS is a blended learning course which will be delivered partly online and partly through
So this is how you will be assessed and you will be taught in this course. As this presentation explains very well and the details are also given in the text, we would be following the case studies method of instruction. The details about it are given here. I am just pausing it so that you can hear me. And as you go through various slides, here you can see that it is explained by the presentation that unlike lecture-based teaching, the case study method requires intensive preparation by the students as well as instructors before each class. And that is what I had been showing in the content earlier. And in the case studies method, the classroom is more experiential and it emphasizes a lot on student participation, pre-session learning and preparation. Now, as you go along with the presentation, here this slide talks about student expectations. The next one talks about the assessment. Now this is very important, of course, because it will tell you how you will be graded in this course. This slide gives the details about the marking system, and if you apply yourself and work according to the instructions given, this will be a highly scoring course and you should be able to score very well in this exam. This talks about the discussion board rubric. You have seen that at the end of each topic, you have to participate in an online discussion. So this talks about the rubric, which is going to be used for grading your online participation. So this was important. You are requested to go through this presentation at the beginning of the course. Apart from that, there is also another introductory video which talks about the overall outline of the course. It also introduces you to your instructors. As in the previous cases,
This is a brief presentation introducing the course on environment. This introduces you to your instructors.
so you can see this is introducing you to your instructors. One of the photographs is unfortunately missing, but I will just embed it soon. And as you go through the presentation, it will talk about, let me just mute it. So here, the next slide talks about technical requirements and support. And then the next slide talks about the overview of the course, followed by the course content, which is basically, it mentions the 6 topics which will be taken up. This is the format of the course. It talks about the blended learning format, how you would be instructed,